Hi everybody, my name is Shay and welcome to my channel. This will be my first YouTube video and I am very nervous and kind of jittery, but I'm here so we gonna get it done. And that's what's taking me so long too, because I'm always worried about what somebody might think, if this person's gonna like it, if that person, but now I don't care. I'm going to post my content and I'm gonna continue to post my content. If they don't like it, they don't gotta watch. I always said once I started my channel, my first video would be on baby Briana Lopez. I came across her story like a couple years ago, and when I say it broke me down. Touched my heart, broke my heart, all kind of stuff. Like I can't, this was New Mexico's worst case of that they've ever seen. I'm not sure what I can and cannot say on YouTube, so I'm just kind of keep it clean. Let's just get right into the story. Baby Briana Lopez was born February 14th, 2002. Like, if my baby was born on February 14th, okay, anyways. Baby Briana was born February 14th, 2002. And she unfortunately gained her wings July 19th, 2002. And it was all at the hands of her mother, Stephanie Lopez, her father, Andrew Walters, and her uncle, Steve Lopez. And he was a twin brother of Stephanie. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I went down a rabbit hole, but I didn't go to try to find out about Stephanie's life, about Steve's life, about Andrew, because I don't care. I don't care. Because it's, you know how a lot of people, some people try to use like them going through childhood trauma for the reason why they do the things that they do and the bad choices they make. We're not doing that. No, I understand it does happen to some people. Don't get me wrong. I would never take that away from anybody, ever. But them, man, look. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got kind of mad. So, let's get right into it. So, July 19th, 2002, at about 10:20 a.m., Stephanie Lopez called 911. She stated that her daughter was pale and she was not breathing. The 911 operator told her they assisted her through CPR and told her to do it until the ambulance got there. The ambulance get there, they rush baby girl to the ER. The doctors and nurses tried everything they could to keep this baby alive, but all their attempts failed. And like I said, she gained her wings. But the doctors did notice that when she came in, baby Briana was bruised, literally, y'all, from head to toe. Like when I say head to toe, head to toe. And she was covered in human bite marks, 15 to be exact. Briana's mother, I'm not even gonna say her mother, Briana's egg donor and her other donor said that the injuries Briana had was due that to her rolling over and falling off a bed. I'm trying to figure out how she get the bite marks then. If she rolled over and fell off the bed, I'm trying to, like, where did they come from? So then I guess, they asked her. This lady said that the 18-month-old son was the one that was biting Briana. That's her guess. So how did you not know? Then she also said that when she went to sleep the night before on July 18th, that Briana had none of these bruises. Like, she was not bruised up like this. So I'm confused as to how it happened. They really was trying to go with this, like this little girl rolled off the bed and fell. The forensic pathologist that testified on the stand in Briana's case said absolutely not. Those injuries were not caused by her falling off a bed. Briana died from severe cranial injuries. So tell me how that happened. Tell me how that happened. So along with these 15 bite marks, this baby had bleeding within the membrane around her brain as well as around the nerves of her eye. But that's not all. It's worse. We're going to get into that later. But we're going to get into the mother's interview, interrogation, however you want to see it. You will hear me rest papers because I do got it notes. So I might have to read from my notes, but I got it. I got the info, okay? So in the mom's interview, she said she was in the bedroom with Andrew. So in the mom's interview, she said she was in her bedroom with Andrew, Steve, and Andrew's brother, Robert. In the mom's interview, she said she was in a bedroom with Andrew, Steve, and Andrew's brother, Robert. Mind you, they all slept in the same room. Not Robert, not the brother. He just came over that night. Okay? But Steve, Stephanie, Andrew, and an 18-month-old all sleep in one room. All sleep in one bedroom. Stephanie said that she had 2 or 3 beers before she went to sleep. And she said that she went to sleep at about 10 o'clock. And when she went to bed, Andy and the 2 uncles stayed up drinking and playing video games. She said she woke up around 9:45. She seen that baby Briana was bruised and pale and not breathing. Her and Andy got worried, and they called the grandmother. And then they called 911. If this baby is pale and not breathing, and like her body is limp and lifeless, why would you call the grandmother? Why would that be the first person that you call? Why wouldn't you immediately call 911? I'm so confused. I don't understand. But I guess that's just me as a mother, because I'm calling 911 first. The grandma might not get called until I get to the hospital and get information on my baby. Like, no, that just doesn't seem right to me. It don't sit right with me. She said that when she fell asleep that night, baby Briana didn't have those bruises on her. So, like, all these bruises appeared overnight, which I'm confused about. She also stated that she had seen Andy throw baby Briana up in the air and letting her fall, but she didn't see him do that on the night of the 18th. This was days prior, where he threw her baby up to the ceiling, let her hit the ceiling, and drop to the ground. And she told him, don't do that. It might hurt her. What? So you seen this man throwing your 5-month-old baby up in the air, letting her hit the ceiling and fall to the ground. And the only thing you did, or you didn't do anything, the only thing you said was, don't do that, it might hurt her. Again, maybe it's just me, because he would have been 6 feet under. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Anyways, back to it. She said that basically she seen him throw up in the air, and her head hit the ceiling, then the floor, and she seen him do that at least 3 times. And she also said that maybe the uncle did it as well, but she didn't see or hear anything that night because she was sleeping. And as far as the bite marks go, her 18-month-old brother is the one who bit her that many times. I'm pretty sure the doctors know the difference between a grown person's teeth impressions and a toddler's teeth impression. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor or a dentist. Whatever. Y'all, don't be laughing at me because I'm reading from my notes. I'm not all professional yet, but I'm going to get there with y'all help. If y'all support my channel, y'all help me get there. Anyways, let's go to the dad's interview or interrogation. The dad said he got off work at 5 p.m. He got home around 6. Around 8 p.m., he went and picked Uncle Steve up from work. They bought a case of beer and went home. He said they spent the night in the room with Stephanie, Baby B, and Andrew Jr. He went to sleep between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, got up around 3 a.m. that is, to check on Baby Bree, He went back to sleep, got up at 7 a.m., played with baby Bree, gave her a blanket, and changed her diaper. And then he went back to sleep and woke up at 10. And that's when he woke up to her being pale and not breathing and all that, okay? When asked, he did admit to throw her in the air, and he did admit to putting bruises on her, but he said, I didn't mean to bruise her like that. And when he threw up in the air, he accidentally missed her. How do you miss catching her? Like, I'm confused. I'm confused. So you threw up in the air and you couldn't catch her? Whatever. That pissed me off. Okay, now let's get to the uncle's interview, which is Stephen Lopez. On the night of July 18th, 2002, he was in a bedroom with Mom, Stephanie, Dad, Andrew, Robert Walters, brother of Andrew, and one of Robert's friends. But I don't know. I didn't see anywhere where Andy or Stephanie mentioned that it was another adult male there. I wonder why they didn't say that. I mean, but I guess it wasn't important. That's neither here or there. But it kind of is, because if it was another male person there, they could testify, you know, whatever. So he said they were up drinking beer and playing a video game. He said nothing unusual happened that night. He went to sleep, and then the next morning he was woke up by Robert Walters to tell him all the chaos that was going on. So later on down the line in an interview, the police asked him, had anybody ever thrown baby Briana up in the air? Has she ever hit her head and dropped her? He admitted to throwing her up in the air, and she would hit her head on the ceiling. Like, what? What is wrong with y'all? So, of course, they were all arrested. I'm going to insert a news clip from Fox 13, I think it is, in New Mexico. Hopefully my video doesn't get flagged, because they do have pictures of baby Briana. Horrifying.
She would have been 6 years old tomorrow, but Briana Lopez never made it to 6 months.
Her death was one of New Mexico's worst child abuse cases. So bad that police officers cried, and the DA was left speechless. Are children any safer today? Here's News 13's Kim Vyas.
Baby Briana's story prompted big change in New Mexico law, but some say it's still not enough. We need to caution viewers, seeing her story for yourself is hard, and it is very graphic. We have never shown images like this before, but investigators shared them with us in the hopes that people will realize just how bad the problem of child abuse is, and that it is everyone's responsibility to step in and stop it.
This is baby Briana.
They did the R word to her. You can't say it on YouTube. They did the R word to baby Briana.
On the head. And then her little fingers were lacerated, toes.
She had bite marks on her face, cheek, head, arms, legs, chest, torso, everywhere. Literally bruised from head to toe. From the top of her head, all throughout her body, all the way down to her big toe on her right foot.
On July 19th, 2002, baby Briana died.
Do y'all see them pictures of that baby? Horrifying. Y'all thought I was playing when I said this baby was bruised from head to toe. Y'all, her fingernails were gone. Fingernails were gone. The detective said when they went into the house, there was no pictures of baby Briana anywhere in sight. So one of the detectives took one of her autopsy pictures, like from here up, and had them edit out all the bruises, and he put it in a frame, and he put it on his desk. So you see in the bruises. Let me read off the autopsies to you. I don't know what I can and cannot say, so I might be mouthing a lot of words, and I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say. But for the purposes of, like, if the defendants want to appeal, they could only use injuries that were inflicted on baby Briana during the last days of her life. Okay? The autopsy revealed that she died from cranial-cerebral injuries. I told y'all that. She had bruising and scraping throughout her head as well as upper forehead. Blunt force trauma to her head within the last 3 days of her life, resulting in a large subdural hematoma, I hope I said that right, on her brain. Bleeding within the membranes around the brain as well as her optical nerves, which meant she had been violently shaken. Her behind and her woman part were severely injured. She had abrasions on her butt, which went all the way to the inside of her behind, consistent with SA. Immediately after she was pronounced unalived, the nurse observed that baby Briana's had no muscle tone, and it was gaped open. The autopsy also revealed that her behind opening was dilated to a full inch. An internal examination showed a ½ inch to an inch injury inside the behind opening as well as vaginal. So it means it was like split from her woman part to her behind open. Okay. And then baby B's labia minora, which was also included 3 small injuries to her hymen. The uncle said that they would take baby wipes, wrap it around their finger, and insert it. You're like, why? Then come to find out, those human bites came from her mom. Well, her egg donor. They didn't want this baby from the start. I don't know. And when they went in there, the little boy that was in there was fine. No injuries, nothing. Had toys to play with. Like, they loved this little boy. I'm just so disgusted with the grandmother. So disgusted because you knew what was going on and you didn't report it. Like, I'm so confused. I just can't see. The dad, I can't call him a dad. Andrew said that the abuse started when she was just a couple weeks old. And he thought it was funny. So that's why he can continue to do so. Then when the police showed him a picture of her back area being split like that, he got very upset and told them that you won't find none of my male DNA in her. Then the mama, she's so sad and sorry. Can't even call her a mama either. She's talking about when they was throwing up in the air, she told them not to do it. And they would, like, girl, don't nobody want to hear that, because you could have did way more. You could have called the police. You could have did anything. You wanted them to do that, and you enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. And that's sick. Let's get to these charges. And it's so much more that I wanted to put into it, but I don't want it to be a long, drawn-out video. There's so much more I wanted to say. But like I said, this is my first video, so we're not going to make it long or drawn out. So let's get to these charges. Stephanie Lopez was charged with negligent child resulting in unaliving and abuse, and she was sentenced to 27 years. Stephen Lopez was charged with intentional child resulting in unaliving, conspiracy to commit child resulting in unaliving, first-degree criminal penetration. He was sentenced to 57 years. Andrew Walters was charged with intentional child resulting in unaliving, conspiracy to commit child, first-degree criminal penetration, and 2 counts of CA. He was sentenced to 63 years. Now, the grandmother, Patricia Walters, she got charged with failure to report child abuse. I'm not sure how much time she got, but I know she did do some time. but I'm not sure. And then y'all, so the community came together and buried this baby and got her headstone burial site. Do you know Stephanie had the nerve to have them put like a cage over her grave site so couldn't nobody go put no toys or nothing on her grave no more? So you even don't like this child through death? Like, that is insane. And then to top it all off, y'all, she is out. She served 13 years of that sentence and she is out. She's out of prison. I don't think that was enough time. I don't think she should have ever got out. I don't think none of them should get out at all. And that makes me very upset. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all gonna be upset too. But I hope you guys enjoyed my first video. I will be making more. Y'all can support me. Y'all can help me get a camera. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. But I really appreciate it if y'all would like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you'll know when I post again. And it won't take this long next time, hopefully. I'm just starting out, so we gonna get it together. Y'all have a great night or day.